There is such thing as a reckless endangerment of the truth. So even though you might say allegedly, if it's wild what you're saying, that allegedly doesn't apply. But others in the case put their feet down
Yeah.
and stood their ground. Pat, shout out to Pat again, man. Pat putting his name to this lawsuit. Let's see what he has to say. On Friday, he decided to respond to this lawsuit. Let's take a look what he has to say.
I'm getting sued by Brett Favre.
What?
Yeah, we made it,
on.
boys. Hey,
You're right. Take a bow.
let's raise our drinks.
Sure.
When we started this little show in the basement of a house that certainly was haunted,
Yep.
and the mics rarely worked, and we talked for an hour and a half on numerous occasions and found out that we weren't recording. This show has grown so much that we're lucky to be live from Radio Row.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have a little bit of say in sports. We're thankful that we have the opportunity every day to be a part of the sports media world. And I guess whenever you get a little bit too big, you fly a little bit too close to the sun.
That's right.
I'm getting sued alongside Shannon Sharpe and an auditor from Mississippi by Brett fucking Favre.
Wow.
Starting from the bottom,
Yeah.
we are also, at least I'm starting also from the bottom. As you can read below under my name, guys, inverse balling from his mama's basement.
Yeah. I am in a no wait, not now. I'm in a homeless shelter right now.
Hey, yo. Guys, we're starting from the bottom.
Hungry guys. Help us.
Hungry. We're hungry. So just like Pat McAfee, we're trying to make it. Ribs are touching, but we're gonna make it. Guys, let's continue.
Man.
Brett Favre suing me in a defamation lawsuit saying I defamed his name to try to earn a profit. With this, obviously, I believe comes discovery and depositions and all these other things. So I would like to let the New York lawyers that wrote me 2 letters before this thing got announced. First letter was, we would like you to go back and erase every single video that has Brett Favre's name mentioned in it from your YouTube library, your Twitter library, and everything else. This is a warning shot, pretty much.
Huh.
So I looked at that. I said, that is hilarious. Of course, we're not doing that. Put that down, move on with my life. Then a few days later, just a few days ago, actually,
Mm-hmm.
you have until Wednesday, okay, this Super Bowl week, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time to issue a public apology to Brett Favre and also to erase all of the video in your catalog that involve Brett Favre's name. That is 8:30 Wednesday. So my wife read that to me because I was here. She was not here yet. And I immediately started laughing because my wife understands I'm one of the worst apologizers in history. It's
Hey, man, wives know everything about their significant other.
Yeah. Well, let's continue.
His wife knew what is he's not good in, and that's public apologies. Apparently, would you want someone who's not good at public apologies to give you a public apology? It's just down.
You'll double down.
Oh man, this is crazy. Well, I guess he's not doing it. Let's continue watching.
tough to get me to do it. It is. It's very difficult. So now I had a deadline, 8:30. I was planning on doing it.
Yeah.
We played pickleball.
Sure.
We did. It
Right.
happened.
Right
Oh, I'm sorry.
What
I
you
just
do?
learned about a drop shot. Oh, I'm sorry. I just learned how to serve with like a wicked topspin on it. And I got caught up. That timeline came and went. And all of a sudden, I'm getting sued. I would like to let everybody know the quotes that were in that lawsuit were certainly accurate. But there's one word I believe that was said often on this particular program, if you were to watch it all, and that would be allegedly.
What is that word again?
Alleged every day, all day.
Well, one caveat to that.
Okay.
Learn from the great Star from Star Report.
Uh-huh.
There is such thing as a reckless endangerment of the truth. So even though you might say allegedly, if it's wild what you're saying, that allegedly doesn't apply. So this is thin lines there.
Yeah, but that's why, like I said, it's about the context, right? So,
That is true.
and one other thing you have to keep in mind, writing something and speaking it out is two different things. And
Yeah.
watching as someone is talking as well. I have a very dry humor. Can you imagine if someone just listens to what I say instead of looking at my face? Or even if you write some things. So it's all about context, right?
Good thing you're not pointing out at me, but okay. You don't even want to read what I say. Yeah.
So in case it wasn't clear, I was already creating the context that everything I see in this show is a joke. You
It's all a joke, guys. Come on, man. This is a throwaway show.
Give me a break.
We might get some other things anyway. But hey, man, it's crazy. What else does Pat has to say about this? Let's see.
That's right.
Our job is to report the news. Allegedly, what was going on down in Mississippi with Brett Favre, the man who is suing me for money and for defamation, was being reported on this particular program because we owe the sports media world our coverage of it. We take our job seriously as journalists. Just a couple of days ago, we introduced to the world darkness retreats for 4 days.
That's right. There you go.
We've made poop jokes before.
Mm-hmm.
We've also potentially been a part of building an indoor facility, which is just like $100,000 bubble for the Cincinnati Bengals team.
Mm-hmm.
We take a lot of pride in our work. We had to cover that situation, and we certainly said allegedly. And a lot of people are wondering how my lawyers are going to handle this. You know it. I ain't got them. So let's ride this fucker. I'm excited to see how it goes. I'll see you in court, pal. Cheers, Derek.
Yo, that's wild, man. That's wild. That's wild.
Is he trying to bait or does he have lawyers? That's a wild statement right
That's
there.
a very wild statement. Okay.
As a lawyer, RJ,
Yeah.
what's your 2 cents on this one?
Yeah. So the case itself, I just talked about. It's more if you're gonna go to court without a lawyer, you can still win, but you need to remember that the law. So let's say in the courtroom, you have certain rules. You have certain rules of litigation. You have rules of providing evidence. So I'm not talking the formal rules, like who talks first, who needs to answer. But there are certain things certain legal concepts that you need to know that someone is insinuating for you to act against it, to argument against it. If you don't do that, then you might think, if you're not a lawyer, you might think you're just having a conversation in the courtroom. But actually something else is happening on a deeper level, which you don't understand. So it seems like it's a bit risky. That being said, perhaps in this case, it's strategically better for him to do more himself. But I would suggest him to seek legal advice before he goes to court.